going to start in a kneeling position at the top of our mats. Take a moment just to come to a comfortable kneeling position, maybe bringing your feet a bit wider or closer, just finding a spot that feels really comfortable. Start to close your eyes if you feel comfortable with that, or gently gaze at a point in front of you called a drishti, softening your gaze. Start to draw your attention to your breath, breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Maybe on your next few breaths, you continue breathing out, but this time closing your mouth, activating the whisper muscles in the back of your throat to start what's called our ujjayi breath. As we go through poses or asanas that are maybe uncomfortable or where we find tight or tense spots, this ujjayi breath can help us release those muscles, find greater space through those tight joints. So just keep that in mind. If through at any point in this practice you find a spot that feels sticky or tight, use this ujjayi breath to push that breath into that spot and find some space and length. Start to gently just roll your head from side to side. Maybe not doing a full head circle here, but just gently rolling your ear to one shoulder and then your opposite ear to the other shoulder. Allowing your head to roll with your breath, starting to wake up those neck and shoulder muscles. On your next inhale, plant your hands down in front of you, on your knees, maybe grasping your knees, and start to take a kneeling cat-cow. Inhale, shooting your chin up towards the sky, arching your back. Exhale, pulling your navel back towards your spine, arching your back, arching your shoulders. We'll be here for about 3 breaths, so go ahead with your own breath pace. Take some intuitive movement. Just take what feels good here. Inhale, place your hands down in front of you, stepping your feet back, coming to a high plank pose. Staying here and gently rocking back and forth for a moment. Imagine the space between your shoulders kissing together, pulling together, and creating kind of an arched black cat look in the back of your shoulders there. Holding that for just a moment longer. Exhale, slowly lowering down to chaturanga, keeping your elbows kissed to your sides. Coming to lay completely on your stomach. Coming into either a sphinx position with your elbows planted on the mat in front of you, or a baby cobra with your elbows lifted. Gently start to lift your chest and shoulders up off the mat, pulling those shoulder blades down on your back, gazing out in front of you. Start to find some length through those shoulders and your neck. Exhale, lowering down, placing hands in front of you. Lower your forehead onto your hands and gently start to rock head from side to side, massaging that third eye space while also bringing some movement to the neck. Inhale, place hands back down, again in baby cobra or in sphinx. Lift up. Pulling neck high, shoulders down. Exhale, lowering all the way down. Rocking head gently from side to side. This time, walking hands out in front of you, come to your knees and moving into a puppy pose. We're going to be holding this for about 5 to 6 breaths. So take some time to settle in here. Again, using that ujjayi breath to breathe into any spot in your shoulders, neck, or upper back that feels tight. Sitting hips back down on your feet, coming into a child's pose, but keeping your hands in the position they were in puppy pose, so lifted for an additional shoulder stretch. We'll be here again for about 5 breaths. So take some time to settle in here, using your breath to keep your attention and focus here on the mat. As you're ready, placing your hands down on the mat, walk your hands and your knees out, coming back to your stomach. We're going to move through a sequence to really open up our chest in the front as well as stretch our shoulders. So extend your right arm out to a T, lift your left leg up and over to plant behind you, reaching your foot in the direction of the pose down towards the floor. Maybe moving your arm up in the direction of your head or down in the direction of your feet. Finding a spot where you feel tightness or a bit of stickiness and using your breath to settle in here. If this is feeling really good, just go ahead and stay here. Or to go a bit deeper in this asana, take your right arm to a 90-degree angle, goal posting that side where it's currently at, and continue to pull that left leg down towards the ground. Exhale, rolling back onto your stomach, taking a moment here in the middle before taking that left arm out to a T, lifting your right leg up and over, and coming to that T position on the left side. In this position, maybe noticing where your thoughts have wandered. Oftentimes in uncomfortable or challenging asanas or poses like this, our minds tend to wander. So just gently observe where your thoughts have wandered and maybe collect any of those thoughts, just bringing them back to your mat. Again, if this is feeling really good to you, just go ahead and stay here for a few more breaths. To go a bit deeper into this stretch, take your arm now to a goal post or a 90-degree angle and continue to pull that foot in the direction of the pose towards the ground. Exhale, coming back to center here. Taking one more moment here in the middle, place hands beside your chest, pushing back up into that high plank position. Again, pulling your shoulder blades down your back, finding a bit of an arched position in between your shoulder blades. Exhale, lifting hips high to the sky, pushing back to downward dog. In downward dog, go ahead and bend your knees, allowing your chest to pull down towards the mat, releasing your head, allowing it to shake yes and no. And exhaling out to really find some stretch through that upper back, shoulders, and neck. Inhale, left leg up in between your hands, rising to Anjaneyasana or high lunge. Bring your arms to a goal-posted position, squeezing those shoulder blades as though there was a pencil in between them that you were trying to hold in between your shoulder blades. Exhale, slowly start to lower that right leg down to the ground. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Tapping it gently on the ground and rising up, straightening arms above your head. We'll do that 3 more times. Exhale, lowering down, squeezing those shoulder blades. Lowering down slowly. 3, 2, 1. Tap, rising up. Lower again, squeezing those shoulder blades. 3, 2, 1. Tap, rising up. Last one, squeezing, really adding some strength to this movement, lowering down. 3, 2, 1, tap. This time rising up, lifting left leg high to the sky, coming to warrior 3. Take hands to prayer position, squeezing those shoulder blades. Inhale, lifting that right knee up and over, coming to eagle pose with the right leg crossed over the left. If you would like to go ahead and just cross low here, keeping your right toes on the ground for a little additional balance, that's a great place to be. But wherever you're at, go ahead and place your right arm over the left. The goal here is to really, in this position, squeeze those shoulder blades against the posture. So finding some muscle strength through our backs. Holding here for about 5 breaths. Exhale, unwinding arms and legs, kicking that right leg back to warrior 3. Exhale, planting it down, pushing hips up to downward dog. This time lifting the right leg up, coming to put it in between your hands, rising to Anjaneyasana on this side. Goal posting our arms, we're going to slowly lower, squeezing again those shoulder blades together, tapping the ground and rising up. 3 more times. Exhale, squeezing those shoulder blades, slowly lowering down. 3, 2, 1. Tap and rise up. Exhale, lowering down, squeezing. 3, 2, 1. Tap, coming up for the last one. Squeezing your shoulder blades. 2, 1. Tap. Rising up, this time kicking that left leg up into the air, coming into warrior 3. Holding here for a moment before rising up to cross left leg over that right leg and your left arm over the right. Again, maybe planting those toes on the ground for additional balance. But again, wherever you are at, squeezing those shoulder blades against the posture for a stretch and for strength building. We'll be here for about 5 breaths. Exhale, unwind, shooting that leg back into warrior 3. Exhale to plant it down in Anjaneyasana. Planting hands on the mat, coming back to downward dog. Hop, step, or jump your feet to the top of your mat, sitting down into a seated position. Bringing feet to butterfly pose or Baddha Konasana, slowly start to lower down onto your back. Lifting arms up above your head, coming to like a diamond position. Either bringing your hands closer to your head or pushing your hands together away from your head. Find a spot in your shoulders that feels particularly tight. Again, using that breath to settle into this position, allowing your body and your muscles to soften. As you're ready, plant your hands on either side of you, coming back up to a seated position. Bringing hands to your knees. Take one more moment just to roll your head back from side to side, maybe observing how this feels different. Bring hands to heart center, squeezing those shoulder blades, stacking your neck and your head. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice today. I hope this brought some additional movement, flexibility, and strength to your neck and your shoulders. Namaste.